Hey everyone, it's Game Fruit Pulp. Welcome back to another episode of Building Toronto. Today we're going to be continuing our work on Brookfield Place. We're not going to complete it, as I said last episode, because it's a pretty big building. But we're going to be continuing on. I looked up how I'm supposed to proceed with this stuff here, and so I'm pretty sure I do know what I'm doing now. This video should be, it's not going to be as long as the last video. We're not going to be doing too much today, just because really I don't want to go too far ahead and sort of lose track of what I'm supposed to do. And I also don't want to be oh, oops. I also don't want to be constantly checking back and forth between what I'm the sort of losing my words here. Checking back and forth between the Google map of this build and the build, like the Minecraft build itself. But we're going to be continuing on anyways, like I said, and hopefully we're going to get some progress on the build today. That's the goal, of course. And we'll see how much we can get done. But aside from that, I hope you guys are enjoying the series. This one is going to be a commentary video. It's not going to be a music one. I'm going to probably switch back and forth between the two for the most part. I think that that'll be a good strategy to do, just because that way, if you like one more than the other, you can sort of pick and choose which one you want to watch, I guess. But I hope you would watch both. I hope you enjoy both of them. I hope you are enjoying the series in general. Just got to do a quick check here. I don't know how many of these little things and twos there are. Let me take a quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these. Okay. So we've got 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we can copy this one. I guess that's the same block. And move this one over here as well. Okay, so that's how that is. And I have to sneeze, so give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. So yeah, that's going to be how this is. I guess we can put in the glass now. It's all going to be the same glass as before. 55.6, I think, is the... No, not even close. Slash replace air with 160, 3. There we go. So glass is done. Now this... Oh, I'm getting some lag. Interesting. This over here... has to be moved over as well. I'm also going to be doing something new starting in this video that I'm planning on doing for the rest of them, which I think could be pretty cool. So my idea is sort of that I sort of make this kind of, in a way, educational. What? Oh, okay. I didn't realize I did this wrong. There we go. Make it educational in a way, and so my plan for how I'm going to do that is, I don't know what's happening here, is that I'm going to do some history basically about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. Okay, well, we're going to leave that the way it is, just because we have to. Some history about the building and things like that, and so hopefully you guys enjoy or will want to hear something like that. If not, let me know. But I'm going to do it starting with this one on Brookfield Place and then continuing on with every single one that I do, really. And so, let me just paste this, and then I'll pull up the little thing I have on the history of this building and when it was built and all that good stuff. I also just want to take a quick peek over, make sure I'm doing this right. I am. These things are a little bit wider than I did them, but I don't want to change the design now. So I guess we'll just leave it like this, unless we do it different. Yeah, you know what, that's what we'll do. We'll do it like this, which is not how it is in the build, but I want it to look better than if I didn't do it like this. So we'll do it like this, and then hopefully that works out the way we want it. And then this should go like this. Okay, and then this goes here. All right. So yeah, that's looking okay. Looking okay. So jumping over to the other side now is where it's going to get a little bit more interesting. This is mostly quartz, this part here. So this is what we're going to do, I think. Let me just take a quick look over again. Yeah, that's how we're going to do it. I don't know if we're going to do 1 or 2 though. No, we'll do 1 block holes, not 2. So we'll go all the way up with this, and then inside is this glass in this little hole that's missing. There we go. So that worked out well. And then glass in here. Should we do, yeah, just regular glass panes. Glass pane. So there we go. That's not where I want that. Bring it up like this. Perfect. And now this is where it's going to be a little bit difficult again. I don't want to keep going back and forth like this, but I don't have a second monitor, and so because of that, I can't really do this any other way. But what we need to do here is 1, 2, and then this goes, we're going to have it like this. Like this. So a thick little 2 block high beam of quartz across. And then the doors will be all down here, but we're not going to worry about the doors quite yet. And then over here, directly across from this, we will do what we did on the other one, which is 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this right? Yeah. Okay. So there we go. So we'll do this. That's how it is in the build as well. And so we'll try to keep it as close to what Brookfield Place actually looks like. And then after that, we'll jump into some history. But first, what's happening here? In between there and there. So 1, 2, 3. So this one piece should go here. Right? Yeah. Lined up with this one. Like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this. Like this. Like this. I know this is a pretty tedious build. My next build next week is going to be a lot quicker than this. Just because it's a skyscraper. It's not... I don't want to tell you what building we're doing yet, but I do know which one I'm doing after this. And even if we're not completed Brookfield Place, the next video will be of that build, just because, like I said, when we were doing the TD Tower here, I don't want to get hung up on builds and then have no progress on anything else. So because of that, I want to sort of make sure that builds are getting done and we're starting new builds at a good pace. So I'm just going to see if this works. Like that. Okay, so it does. So then we're going to go like this. Because this glass is slanted. Much like the rest of the build, it's not very square looking. And so because of that, they... I don't know where I'm going with that. because of basically just because of that, it's going to be difficult to make this look good. So I'm going to try my best, like as usual, and we'll see how it turns out. And if it doesn't look good, then I can always change it later. But I figure that this is the best way to do it. It's not going to be exactly the right angle because it's difficult to do angled work in Minecraft. But we're going to see, I think that this is the right pattern to use. So we will build it like this first, and then we'll see from there afterwards how it looks. But I think that this is probably how it should go. Yeah, because it goes up pretty significantly by the top. By the top, it's out quite a bit. So I think that this will be good. Yeah, this should be. Maybe we'll cut it up to 3 here. I'll start doing 3s all the way up now, just to make sure that it doesn't get too far out, because we do want it to be, like, we don't want it to be too unreasonable. So we'll do this, like that. And then after this part of the build, I will tell you a little bit about Brookfield Place, and a little bit about when it was built, what it functions as, and all that kind of stuff. This building isn't very historic, so because of that, there's not too much interesting stuff about it. But other historic builds in the city will be more interesting to learn about. There is a build inside Brookfield Place, like a building inside this building, which we'll be doing in the next video that we work on Brookfield Place, which won't be this one, but or it won't be the next video. But the next video that we do work on Brookfield Place, we will be talking about that a little bit, and because it's pretty interesting. It's a building that was built way before Brookfield Place was built, and instead of tearing it down, which is what a lot of companies would have done, they chose, I don't know if the city made them do this through the Heritage Department, or if they chose to do this, but the building is actually preserved and still functioning within the building. And so it's a building that's inside Brookfield Place, that like its front entrance is inside the building. Like, it doesn't have a street entrance. It has only the entrance that's within the building, and nothing else. Nothing else that like it. The only way to access the building, what I'm trying to say here, is the only way to access the building is within Brookfield Place. Whereas before, I'm assuming there was some sort of road or something of that nature that we're gonna do with this. That allows you to access the building. Whereas now, obviously, because Brookfield Place was built, the only way to get to this building, which usually you would think, like, it's really weird. The entirety of the building is now inside the building, so it's a building within a building, which I always find kind of interesting when I'm exploring Toronto. So I thought that was something kind of cool. Maybe you guys find it interesting, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get to that build, obviously. But now we're just working on the glass here. So we'll do this wall here, and then we'll do the ceiling, and that will be it for this video. This is probably going to end up being pretty long as well, just because it's difficult to build something like this, where it's not, you can't use World Edit. It's difficult to build one of these kind of builds without it taking a pretty good amount of time, right? Because you want to do it well, you don't want to do crap. And so I want to make sure that I take the time required to make sure that the build looks good. And so as a result, sometimes things take a little bit longer than you planned, but that's okay. I'll probably do the square here. There's a little like plaza area here. I'll probably do that outside off camera, and just do the street work off camera and that kind of stuff, because I don't want to do too much of the work that's like road work type of stuff on camera, just because it takes a long time. It's pretty tedious. That being said, I will be doing an episode pretty soon, in a couple of weeks, just me doing road work. I have everything planned out on how I want it to go with this series. This is wrong. Actually, no, we can do double. I think we doubled them up, if I remember correctly, so we'll do it again here. I just have to do the one below doubled up as well. But I have a plan on what I want to do for the next videos in the next few weeks, and how I'm planning on proceeding with the videos. So I'm going to be hopefully sticking to that schedule, and because of that, we're going to get maybe some videos that are long, but that's okay. I'd rather have long videos than videos that don't have all the content that I wanted featured in them. So longer videos in my eyes are always not better, but they're not terrible things. And if you do want to, like, if someone doesn't want to watch it all in one sitting, they could always watch it later, watch it in different parts. Or, I mean, if you leave and you don't want to see the end, or you skip to the end, I guess that's good too. However you enjoy my videos is how you are free to watch them. It is one of the good things about YouTube, is that you don't need to watch it like a TV show, or you need to watch the beginning, middle, and end, because some people, I'm sure, just want to see. I know that sometimes when I'm watching someone build something, I just skip right to the end because I want to see the end product. I don't really care about how they got there. So if that's how you want to watch my videos, I mean, go ahead. I hope that you watch the whole thing and watch this part. But I mean, if you don't, you're probably not watching this part right now anyways. So I'm not talking to the target audience here, but that's okay. I'll toggle downfall, turn that off. I try and keep the rain on, but it just gets so annoying after a while that you have to turn it off, otherwise you just lose your sanity. So we'll continue on here. Almost gotten to the top of this building. And then, or top of this wall, I should say. And then I will tell you a little bit about Brookfield Place and when it was built and all that kind of stuff and what it functions as. So one more here. We're going to have to do it shorter because like this. And we'll look at how this looks from the outside. I'm not sure how it's going to look, but you know, that doesn't look too far off of what it looks like, actually. So this isn't terrible. Like, this turned out pretty well. I was a little bit worried about this. Like, whenever you have to build this kind of stuff, it's always concerning because you're worried it might not turn out the way it looks supposed to look. But it looks pretty good for the most part here. The ceiling is going to be pretty tough, actually, looking at it now. I didn't think about that. But, and additionally, this has to go one more. So we're going to copy this, and we're going to just go like this, and we're going to paste it over here. That's past, not paste. Past won't do it. Paste will probably help me out here. There we go. So that's how that's going to be. And from there, I don't think we're going to do the ceiling today. I might do this off camera because this is going to take another 20 minutes. So I guess to finish off the video, all we're going to do is really talk about Brookfield Place, and you know what? I'll do that after. I'm going to do the ceiling right now off camera, and then I'll come back and tell you a little bit about Brookfield Place, and that'll be the end of the video. So I will catch you guys in a minute. Really, for you, it's going to be a couple seconds. For me, it might be some substantial amount of time, but I'll be back in a sec. All right, so we're back. I finished up the roof. I had to do one little change on this wall, but this is all done. So one more thing that we're going to do before we finish up here is add the little areas for the doors. So the doors go like this, just even with this, and they look like kind of like an iron block, so that's what we're going to use. And from here we'll just do a little line across with this to make sure that this lines up. And then I'll do the glass on the doors probably off camera when I do the courtyard as well. But that's going to be that for Brookfield Place, at least for the time being. We did get a pretty good part of it done. The building inside a building starts, I think, right here. So we're going to have to do that next. But a pretty cool look from the outside here of what it looks like. We also need to do this still. I forgot all about this. So we're going to do this now, and then I will do a quick little info thing about Brookfield Place. I think usually I'll do this at the beginning of the video or while I'm building it. I haven't really decided yet how I want to do this little history lesson thing, but I know that I want to do it. That's the one thing I do know that I decided I wanted to do, and I figured why not make it some like a little bit educational at the same time. You can learn something while you play, or while I build, I should say. And so I figured it'd be a good idea. But now that that's done and this is done, things are coming together a little bit here. We're starting to get almost a full city block. So Brookfield Place, let me just open up the little thing I have while I walk around the building. Brookfield Place was built, it started being constructed in 1990 and was completed in 1992 and is composed of two different towers. So this tower here, the TD Tower, is part of Brookfield Place as it starts raining again. It is part of Brookfield Place. Additionally, the tower that we're going to be building the next time we work on Brookfield Place, this is the Brookfield Place. I think it's called the Bay Wellington Tower, actually. It doesn't say on here, but that is also part of it. So it's a pretty large building. In total, it's 2.2 acres. And like I said, it was built in 1990 and was completed in 1992. So in total, there is, I guess, 3 buildings technically. There's this one, and then the two over here are connected, really. And so that's pretty much it with this. Obviously, it's used for office use, mostly used by banks, but there's also other things such as law firms and such inside. That's pretty much it for the info on Brookfield Place. It's not, like I said, it's not that unique or not that historic of a property or anything like that. A lot of the other properties in this area that we're going to be doing in the next few days are pretty or not pretty more. That's not how I should say it. They do have some more historical significance, but aside from that, that's going to be everything for this video. So if you're a returning viewer, thank you for your continued support. If you want to hit that like and that favorite button, it would be greatly appreciated. And maybe share the channel with some of your friends. And if you're a new viewer, thank you for checking out the channel. I hope you enjoyed watching us build Brookfield Place together. I'm probably going to be doing the interior as well off camera. I'm not sure yet, but I'm definitely going to be doing the exterior over here off camera. And so be sure to check back in the next episode to see how this finished off. But if you did enjoy and you're a new viewer and you want to hit that subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. And you will be able to obviously enjoy more of this content in the future. But that's everything. If you missed any of the previous videos of Building Toronto and you want to check them out, there's a playlist on my channel with all of the videos. Aside from that, that's everything. This has been Building Toronto in Minecraft. My name is Game Through Pulp. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys all Monday. Have a good one.